Here we go. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be installing this turbo into this Mark IV Golf. Alright, now that I'm dressed in more suitable attire for this job, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. It's been way too long. I finally got some time to get back on with this. We're going to get that turbo in today. If you're looking forward to this video, please drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sorry about the wait. Right, it seems like, yeah, if I'm out here working on my Golf, they're busy drilling holes. I can't really say anything because I'm always crashing and bashing and working on this anyway, so. Today we're going to be getting this new hybrid turbo in, but alongside that we've also got to get the new intake pipe in, as well as swapping all of the components from the old turbo onto the new one, making sure that all of the bolts are okay. We've got new bolts, we've got new gaskets, we've got new studs for the turbo, and we've got new nuts for the exhaust manifold. We managed to get most of it off without snapping, but now I'm worried that when we're going to be tightening it up, if we over tighten them, the studs might snap. So we're just gonna see what happens. If you guys enjoy the video, please drop a like. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I've got something really exciting to show you halfway through the video. Stay tuned for that. If you like Golfs, you're gonna love this. Alright, so here it is. This is the turbo that is going in the Golf. When I showed this in the last video, I think a lot of people didn't understand what it is, because I said it's a hybrid turbo and people were commenting saying it looks exactly the same as the turbo that I just took out the car. This turbo is a KO3S hybrid turbo, which is the standard turbo for a Mark IV Golf. However, it's been pulled apart, the internals have been changed. It's something to do with they had more turbines or more fins or less fins or something like that, which essentially just makes it pull through air faster and quicker and makes it more powerful. This one here is supposedly created by Turbo Dynamics. I bought it secondhand off of a breaker. If this turbo isn't what it says it is, I'll be going back to this guy. But we'll see, it's all the fun. Depending on which one you go for and where you buy it, they're supposedly good for 300-ish brake horsepower, which really is the limit that the 1.8 turbo engines can do without having to change the internals. It's all about the torque and the torque curve. So if you got 300 brake but your torque curve isn't stupidly steep, then you should be okay. And that's the goal with this. We just want, I'd be happy with 250 brake. I never had my old Golf to that. I just want to beat the power in my old Golf. That was on 230 brake. Anything faster than that is just a bonus, and yeah, it will just be fun to see it. So here it is, the turbo. What I've done already is put new studs in where the downpipe attaches, just because we don't really want to be reusing the same studs, as you know, they are known to snap, things like that, not fun. But before we even think about trying to put this in the car, we need to swap some things over from the old turbo. As you can see, there's a few holes, few gaps missing for different pipe work ready to go into it. So before we do that, we are going to be swapping the parts over, and then we're going to be putting it in the Golf. Thank you once again to CarVertical for sponsoring this episode. We'll talk a little bit about them later on, but yeah, let's get started. Everything is swapped back over on the turbo. We got the new hoses and the new oil feeds and everything like that. Right, so the first steps are to get the oil banjo support. So this thing here, I don't know how well you can see it. That is the oil return line, and it needs a banjo bolt, which I believe is the one up here. I need to give that a clean. So yeah, we're going to attach that, then we're going to attach the coolant banjo pipe, and then we're going to get the manifold back installed and attach the turbo to the manifold.
This thing here, right, is welded to the pipe.
Yeah, I know.
So you can't move it.
Yeah, I know.
So it has to be lined up.
But yeah, if you like flip it.
Oh, I see what you mean. That's attached to the banjo bolt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Brad, listen to what I'm saying to you.
What do you want me to do?
Take the banjo bolt out. Then we'll line that up.
This is what me and Lucy tried to do,
right,
and we couldn't get the banjo bolt line back up. Then we have to undo everything again.
Right, we'll just have to bend it.
If we bend it, then it's going to cut off the oil supply. I definitely think a little bit of backstory is needed for this bit. One of the first steps in getting this turbo in is to install the coolant and oil lines, and these have banjo bolts which attach to the turbo. Because the whole line is made fully of metal, you can't just kind of bend it roughly or align it a little bit out and push it up. Everything has to be aligned 100% for it to fit on the turbo side of things and onto the engine or oil filter side of things, because this is the pipe that runs all the way around to the front of the car. So everything has to be aligned. The 2 banjo bolts, and then there's 2 bolts which act as a support bracket. You need 2 people, one person to hold it into the exact position and the other person to do up the bolts. And the banjo bolts don't like to thread easy. They are really, really difficult to get the threading going. It's that first step which is probably the hardest bit.
This is what this car is doing to us.
So I'll take you through a quick tour of what we've done. If you look down there, you see the turbo is kind of in position. We put the oil banjo bolt from the oil return, then we did the same with the coolant one, then we got the coolant support bracket back on. That's where we're at. The next step I think is to get the exhaust manifold back on. I just want to say a massive thank you again to CarVertical for making this all possible. If you missed the previous video and you missed the recap of what CarVertical is, let me quickly explain it to you. CarVertical is a car history check. You type in the reg or the VIN number of the vehicle you want, you pay a small fee, and it will run through the entire history of this car for you. They've given me an Audi A3, but as many of you pointed out, it is actually an Audi A1. As an example car, just to see how this whole thing works and what you can see. Now you can see the mileage is alright, but it's been in an accident. And if you go down to damage, it will show you exactly what's been hit, how much the repairs are going to be, and it also provides pictures of the accident. And I'm sure if you were going to buy a car like this and they didn't say that it's been in an accident, you'd want to know before buying it. So check out the link in the description to check out CarVertical. Have a safe and happy mind before buying your next car. Thank you once again to CarVertical, and let's continue with the video. Exhaust manifold, new gasket, and then bolt it onto the engine. And then we bolt the turbo through the holes on the bottom. Let's do time lapse. Time lapse, go.
Are you done now?
In goal, yeah. Hey! We have man of the match. Now while the turbo is still loose in there, I think this will be a good time to try and get the turbo intake pipe in. They're just playing football, so I got to do this by myself. But because the turbo is like still loose, it shouldn't be too difficult to hopefully get that in and attached.
Take his mate.
Excuse me. Oh, could you try and push it on?
I can't, I'm holding the camera.
With the other arm? Hello. Hey!
On?
Yeah, you hear that pop?
Yeah.
I think it's on. I did it.
You look like Harvey Price right now.
Oh, what a day!
Oh my god!
No, I can't play football to save my life.
Only because I taught you that.
No. Or you got beat.
Oh, good goalkeeping, eh? That was going for my face. My G.
Tackers.
Now I've got the exhaust manifold in position with the new gasket, and I've put the intake pipe onto the turbo. That is where we're at. So the next thing to do is to bolt up the manifold with the new nuts that we got, and then do the 3 big bolts on top of the turbo, reattach the lower coolant and oil feed that go onto the engine block. Then attach the lower support mount, which I've had to buy a new one because the other one, the bolt snapped, and then fix up everything on the intake pipe.
I'm gonna need a hand with this. Where's Lucy?
Are you ready for this? Yeah. You sure? There's your tool that you're gonna need. Right, enjoy, have fun.
Thanks.
I'll come back in about an hour, should be done, yeah?
Yeah, we'll be finished.
Sweet.
I'll tell you the situation.
Okay.
I'm currently trying to bolt the 3 bolts onto the turbo from the manifold.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to go underneath to push it up and try and align it as you tighten it.
Okay.
Because I can't like grab it and tighten it at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can you reach it?
I mean, if I stand here, I can't really see.
Try, going around that side.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. So one hand to keep it straight,
Yeah.
the other hand to turn it. Oh. Alright. Try it. It's just because we've got to align it, basically. Long stick, cool. What do you mean? Yeah, see, it should feel this one so you get an idea of what it should feel like.
Yeah, the other one was just spinning.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I knew that wasn't right.
Yeah, it's just because we've got to try and align it. Let me try the back one, I guess. See if we can tighten up the back one.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are we getting there?
Yeah.
We've actually done something. Alright, let me go back up.
Yeah.
It's in, is it?
Yeah.
Alright, let's have a look. Let's rate Lucy's guessing. It is at an angle, isn't it? It's well awkward.
Yeah, it's hard to do, but that's tight, right?
Yeah, it is tightening.
So I did it.
Yeah, shall I try this one?
The exhaust manifold is on, the turbo intake pipe is on, the turbo is now attached to the exhaust manifold. The only things left to do is to put the lower bracket back on and the coolant feed and oil feed. In the future at some point, connect the exhaust back up and put the intercooler back on. But we're going to be upgrading them, so we're not going to be doing it. That's going to be saved for another video. We're nearly there. We've nearly finished at the end. So for the final countdown, I'm going to ask for you, if you haven't already, please drop a like if you're enjoying the video. Follow me on Instagram as well. My @ is BWTV. I will try to post latest updates of this. We've got the gasket for the oil return, got the banjo bolt for the coolant, and we've got a new sump plug.
Banjo bolt is going back in. And it's just as awkward to try and thread as the last one. Yeah, these really don't like to thread. It sits down there and attaches to that. Still so much oil. What the hell? What? I drained all the oil. What's going on? This is sorcery. Where's all this come from? Oh, I'm so done.
Now let me show you what we were talking about earlier, the reveal. It's a new t-shirt. If you're still watching the video, you're obviously enjoying it. You probably also like Mark IVs. So with that in mind, let's jump to future Brad to see the t-shirt reveal. Take it away, Brad. So here it is, the first edition of many to come to the BWTV shop, Night Drives. Looks familiar, doesn't it? the Golf on the front. It's my old Golf. I think it looks absolutely amazing. I'm so happy with the results. These are going to be available right now from the link in the description. You can either get it in the nice white or you can get it in black. Either one I think will look absolutely amazing. I was really picky when trying to find somewhere to get this made up because I just don't want it to be bad quality. But like I said, this is the first drop out of many. We've got more designs coming and I'm all up for hearing your guys' opinions on what you think the next design should be. I think I already know what the next design, the next image is going to be. But if you guys want to get your hands on the first edition night drives, check out the link in the description. Now let's get back to the video. We're finished up for what we're doing on this episode. The turbo's in. It's all connected back up. It's ready for a front mount intercooler, I think. We've also got a fuel pump to install, and then we also need to actually get it mapped. And do you know what? As soon as I'm able to move this thing, I'm gonna be giving it a wash. It is absolutely filthy. It needs a proper good wash on the bonnet. Try and polish it up, wax it up a little bit, try and bring some colour back into it. But there's cobwebs everywhere. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Sorry about the wait. And I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later.